This is about 90 degrees. This is 90 degrees from his index finger to the opposite end of the disc. Notice how these are like flipping very quickly. This is every 3 frames, by the way. At 60 frames per second, the whole swing takes a quarter of a second. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is 1/6 of a quarter of a second in time that the disc goes not quite 180 degrees, but from this direction to that. Now let's look at the arms with the shoulders. So this is the first frame and the last. First frame of reach back when the disc stops and starts to go forward, and last frame, the point of release. One thing to notice is the left side actually doesn't move much. It seems the right side extends forward about 3 times as much, 3 or 4 times as much as the left. The right shoulder itself going up and to the left, up and forward, I should say, towards the target. What is that? The disc is 21 centimeters, maybe a little over a disc in length, but you see right here. So yeah, the right shoulder moving forward maybe 6, 7, 8 centimeters. 6, 7, 8 inches, 8 inches, say 7 or 8 inches. And moving on, head's not that interesting. Legs, left arm, hello. The left arm is very interesting. Like the left side, it actually doesn't move much, but we do see this rotation here. Alright, got this rotation going this way, where the left arm just kind of falls forward. Boom, boom. Not a lot of this way movement. Not a lot of forward movement. A little, for sure. A couple inches. A lot of up movement, though. Right? And you can think of it just toppling over that way. The head and shoulders, again, the whole frame and shoulders, the whole frame and the head just move up and towards the target. Okay, you got some feet, got some legs. I think, so everything I've shown you all happens, everything goes up and forward except Paul's back leg. It's the only thing. The front leg, the knee goes a little bit forward, you can see it, but generally just stays pretty fixed. With this, the hip going forward, right here and right here. So the left hip is going up and ending up and forward. And same thing with the right hip, up and forward. The only thing that's not going forward on Paul's whole body is his back, his left knee and leg. From reach back to release. It's the only thing going backwards. And it's extending. You see how this whole thing here is extended? When he really wants to, this is a 15-foot putt. When he really wants to putt, you can see his leg here extend outwards. So to get triple extension from hip, knee, and the ankle. When he's really going for it, driving through the balls of his feet. Another thing to notice is his foot just goes kind of straight up an inch at first. Like it doesn't look like a force that's going like this. Like he's not sliding his foot on the ground. It just is kind of popping straight up. So as he extends his back foot, it just kind of pops straight up. And we do see a triangle. Oops, you know what I should do. You do see kind of a triangle take place in the nether regions. Alright, what else? Let's just look at all of them at once. Ooh, fancy. This took me way too long to draw, FYI. Leave a like if you like drawing though. Alright, if we compare like how much the hips and shoulders move to the right shoulder, the hips are moving, the right hip moves about less than the right shoulder. I don't know, about half, maybe a little less than half of how far the right shoulder moves. The left shoulder coming up here, everything just goes forward and up. A lot more up than you would expect. Like, we're looking at a 15-foot putt here. And look at that. Look how far the left shoulder is moving up. You know, not moving forward that much. Moving up. The right shoulder, look at this difference. It's a lot. It's going all the way from there to there. Right shoulder is moving a lot. But you compare that, you compare that to the elbow, you know, this is like twice as much. You compare that to the wrist. Holy smokes. Holy guacamole. And you have and then the last lever. It's moving a lot. And the disc itself, and you notice how the disc rotates all the way around from like pointing backwards to where it's pointing with his index finger, but not quite. Like this line here, if that line were to go, let's say, in that direction, and we saw that frame right here, you can definitely expect that to just go whoop and fly way to the right. He'd miss way right. Like if you spin that disc beyond the release point, when this line, you know, when the disc is pulled, and you pull it to the right anyways, like, it's just gonna pull the crap out of the disc. But right there, it's not past that 180 degrees, you know, the disc is gonna be maintained, the flight of the disc is gonna be maintained on his right side, like within his palm, within his shoulders, not go outwards. That's what you want in most basic putts, you know. If you're trying to like do a long distance anhyzer, yeah, it might cross your shoulders, but most basic putts, just maintaining that frame, I think really does Paul Mcbeth justice. Anyway, yeah, I think it's a couple trippy things here, just how much I need to, like, all of this power is generated by this leg going straight and the rest of the body moving forward and upwards, rotating around it. And how much leg bend he actually starts with. I was so on myself for my lean, but like, look at this lean. That's quite a bit of lean. That's a lot of lean. You know, that's not zero lean. He's not standing straight up, like for some reason I thought. It's pretty good lean. Yeah, anyways. Welcome to this episode of Putt Every Day 47.